Yahweh rise to everybody. I have a clear message. Heavenly Father, we gracefully thank you for allowing me to give this message out to the world and to those that you know who interest in this broadcast and interest in watching me at this time. Heavenly Father, we ask you right now is to lift us up in this season, Lord, and give us your clarity and your abundance and your fulfilled. Oh, God said fear is a trap. Fear is illusion. When you fear, you push yourself backwards. When you fear, you push yourself back into your past. When you fear, you put yourself back into your old actions and old habits that you're allowing. You're not prospering in that place. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but fear bring powerless. Fear bring you entrapment. Fear bring you back to where you used to be. When you afraid, you go backwards. Oh, God said that I gave you a spirit of power and love and sound mind. But when you in fear, you contradict your own story. When you in fear, you creating old patterns. When you in fear, you allowing patterns repeat itself. But God is saying that I'm pushing you forward. He elevating you in this season. He wants you to step out in faith. Fear is illusion. Fear is a game. Fear is what the masses want you to have. But God said, I want you to build a foundation. See, fear will back you out of your calling. But God said, no, don't let fear bring confidence into it. Bring guidance into it. See, you allowed yourself to push you back by allowing sin to keep coming into your energy and your intertwining and interfere. But God said you're going to have to walk away from what is not serving you. You're going to have to walk away for what is not for you. You're going to have to walk away and let me do the work. You got to learn how to walk away from the things that God don't want you to have in your life. And you be like, God, why is I'm still here? Why is I'm still there? Because you didn't learn a lesson. Sometimes you're not learning something. You keep putting yourself in the same position. But God is saying, I'm trying to hand you something, but you keep falling. Oh, some of y'all are afraid to go and reach the highest level of your own potential. God said, I want you to reach to your highest potential. Okay, I'm going to tell you, if you have a dream about falling, that is God telling you, if he tell you to fall, he wants you to trust him. Some of y'all are scared to climb to the top because y'all don't know what y'all going to reach towards. You're scared of being uncomfortable. You like to be in a comfortable place. But God is saying, I'm trying to reach you to a higher level. I need you to get uncomfortable in this season, but trust me. See, we not trusting the Lord. He said, trust in the Lord and all the things will be added unto you. Trust in me. Watch everything be added unto you. But if you keep allowing fear to intertwine in God's business, you will never understand what God is taking you in that season. See, because you're allowing fear to create your reality, but God said, trust in me and watch I fulfill your purpose. I had a dream that I was in the highest level, but it was like everybody was mocking me. I was scared of the crowd. See, we be getting scared of the crowd. We hesitate where God has us and what he want to take us. But God is saying, I want you to trust me. But in order to trust me, I need you to be fulfilled where I'm taking you. But fulfillment come from God. Providing come from God. But in order for God to provide for you, you got to always trust in him and believe in him and trust the things that he has for you. But God can't give you something if you're not trusting his path. Can we talk about it again? Thank you, 4 viewers, for coming into the room and the broadcast. And I thank you for tuning in and joining me today. But God said that he wants you to keep on walking in your purpose, but with a straight face. Sometimes you're afraid. Sometimes you cheat yourself out. Sometimes you allowed yourself to cheat you out. Sometimes you cheating on yourself because you cheat your diet. You cheat yourself. You cheat on your spouse. You cheat on yourself. You cheat daily. You cheat daily because You allow yourself to not go into your highest potential or your highest calling. You cheat you too much. You cheat you too much. You hurt yourself too much. I know that you want to be humble, but humble don't mean allow yourself to cheat yourself and let somebody else give you breadcrumbs. See, you not putting your full self out there. You're not putting you out there. You're not showing the world who you really are. You showing half of you, not all of you. And God said, I need your whole perfection. I need you to be with me. I need you to stand firm with me. I need you to know that I am with you. So if God is with you, who can be against you? God is saying, I'm with you, but I need you to come out and step into your full potential. Please like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section. God is with me. I know that God is with me. God is with me. But Yahweh is saying that he's with you and he'll never leave you or forsaken you. But why you allowing fear to have control over you? You want to know why you're not stepping out there on faith, and you want to know why you're not putting your full effort into what God has for you? Because you're afraid. You're afraid of getting criticized. You're afraid. Sometimes people are going to criticize you, critique you. You're not going to always get that laughs, the happiness. I went through pain my whole life, and I ain't seen no fruits in my pain yet. God said, multiply your steps and get your rewards. But I rarely see rewards because I have things around me that is not trying to put me in the same position of winning. People don't want to see you win, so they bash your name. I'm still on a rise to come up. I'm still on a rise to grow. I'm still on a rise to fulfill my path. I'm still going. Even when I want to give up, I still be going. I still go towards what I need to go towards. But my direction need to be where God want me to be at. Not my direction need to be where man wants you to be at. My direction is going towards what God desired for me and in my heart. But if God said it's for me, who can be against me? You can feel what's for you. You can feel what is for you. You can feel who is for you. You can feel it. That's why you got to go into the room and feel it. That's why when I talk to my clients, I tell them it's a feeling in conversation. It's an anxiety in a conversation. Don't let what you see predict your outcome. Because you may be delayed but not denied. You may be feeling like you're rejected because things taking too long for you, but you're not denied. God already has it for you. And that's why I say every day, you got to be real about what you want in life, because you have to have confidence in yourself. Fear is not confident. Fear is not confidence. Fear is not a confidential thing. Fear do not bring confidence into your life. God said fear is a powerless object. Fear is a powerless thing and a tool. If you keep allowing fear to come into your life, you will never win, because you're not pushing or suppressing over that emotion. You got to suppress that emotion. You got to ask yourself, why is fear is in here? Why is I'm letting this doubt come into my mind? Because God said he is a man that does not lie. And if God is a man that doesn't lie, then you know your promise is tomorrow. But you got to believe. In order to have your promise, you have to believe that God has it for you. Oh, thank you, Heavenly Father, for that message on today, God. He said, believe that your promise is here. Believe that it's all going to happen for you. Believe that it will move into your favor. But in order for it to be in your favor, you got to call it in. You got to embrace it. But you got to suppress that emotion that you're feeling inside of you. That's why I say every conversation comes with emotions. Everything that God is showing you is what God is showing you. Sometimes you got to see things for what God is showing you to see things in. Fear is only contradiction. If you feel a rush into something, sit back and ask God, why is I'm so rushing? Why is I'm rushing this outcome? Why is I'm not impatient? Why is I'm not impatient? Why is I'm not patient? Why is I'm impatient? God, what is I'm rushing for? God, what do I need to rush for? What is I'm allowing this fear to come interfere in my life? Why is this devil is interfering in the projects that you have for me? Because the devil comes steal and kill and destroy. He coming to steal and destroy you. He coming to break your strength. He tries to bring you down and to tear you up. Sometimes God will make you meet your opponent. But in order to beat your opponent, you ain't going to beat everybody. But sometimes you got to face an opponent. And you got to face a position. And you got to face something that you feel like you afraid of. Because if you don't face that thing that you're afraid of, you will never get somewhere in life. So what are you afraid of right now? Write it in the comment and say, God, I ask you to remove this fear off my body from this situation that I'm afraid of. God, I'm afraid of love. Teach me how to love correctly. Teach me how to be a good loving person and a good loving spouse. Teach me to not cheat on myself. Teach me not to cheat on others. Teach me how to be loyal to people that I know that's loyal to me. Teach me to stop allowing bitterness to come into my heart. You got to tell God to bring all of that into your heart. Space. God, release the grief that I carry. God, release the pain that I carry in it, under me and beneath me. And it's okay that some people weren't on the path with you. It's okay that some people walked away from your life. And it's okay because you have some seasons that some people got to go. And you have some seasons that some people going to be there with you forever. But you got to be ready for it. And I just need y'all to understand that. It's all about being ready. It's all about being content. It's all about allowing God to show up for you and allowing God to put his hand upon your life. See, God said, I want to be there for you, but you got to let me be there fully to you and for you. See, we not dedicating our life to God fully. We giving him half of us instead of whole of us. See, you know, you said you one with God, but being one with God is meaning you got to become whole with him. You got to be whole with God. You got to fulfill his path. You got to fulfill the need that he wants you to have. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because this is my experience. I'm afraid to really commit to God because if I fully commit to God, I know that I'm going to be unstoppable. I know that I'm going to always call people up on charges. I know that I'm going to judge people righteously because God said judge them righteously, but not be a judgeful person. Because I know the characteristics that God carried. Jesus was nobody to play with. And I know if I walk in that walk, I'm not going to be played with. So I got to become perfection. So in order for me to be perfective and perfect my craft, I got to be perfection. And I know that God is unlocking all of our gifts. He unlocking the supernatural gift inside of you, but you got to be ready for him to unlock it. You got to be ready for him to unlock it. You got to ask yourself, what is blocking me from my full potential? What is it, Heavenly Father? He said yourself. Yourself blocking you from your full potential. Because he see the alignment that you are in. He see the foundation that you are calling for into. What's blocking you is you. What's putting you back is you. He said, I need you to be bound. I need you to be grounded. I need you to be set free. Let go of the anxiety. Let go of the family pain and trauma. I need you to be full in your full position. I need you to come off strong. I need you to understand me. I need you to stop playing around. And I need you to put your whole heart in me. Stop playing with me. Stop mocking what I have for you. And God is saying, I need you to fully put your garment on. I need you to put your armor garment on. I need you to put your full armor on. God needs you to do that. Life is not all about winning, always winning. But life is about keep going. And stop allowing others to project their insecurities onto you. He said, I need you to keep going in this season. Life is not all about winning. But it is about becoming better for you. Please like and subscribe to this channel. This is Mercury the Visionary. This is not my business. This is God's business that we are in. But I'm telling you right now that God is working in me and he's stirring things up. God is going to make a way like it's never like never before. But that's why he said in the beginning was God. He said in the beginning the word was with God and in the beginning was, oh God, come on God. In the beginning, let's go to Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without void, form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. That's what he said. He said your words is powerful and it will shape you and mold you. But if you keep allowing fear to come in, fear, all you're going to have is fear upon your face. Oh, come on, God. Come on, God. Feed it in me. In the beginning of the word was with God. In the beginning, the word was with God. The word was God. The God was word. In the beginning, see, when you read the Bible, you got to ask God, give me more insight and divine wisdom. But sometimes God will take you in a season to understand certain paths, but you may not understand it. But that's why you ask God, give me clarity, God. Give me revelation. Give me understanding. Give me wisdom. Give me knowledge and understanding. And I'm going to tell you like this. You may have to do it over. You may have to redo. It's all about redoing. Redoing. God say redo. God say, I want you to redo some things in your life. You know? When a homeless person say, God started me out first and moved me over and did me, and I had to do it over. You know, homeless people have to start over. You got to start over you got to start from the bottom to the top. You got to start over, you know? And that's what I'm learning. Invested in myself. I'm invested in me. And you got to learn how to be a good stewardship. You got to learn how to be a good steward. You got to learn how to put the money back into you. You got to learn how to invest back into yourself. Meaning, don't give it all the way out to other people. You got to give back to yourself first so you can receive. Give to you and watch things be received to you. That's why I tell people, let me give to myself first and watch I become unstoppable. See, your maintenance is what God sees it in. Let me tell you about the women's in the Bible. The women's in the Bibles carried the brightest wisdom. They took care of themselves. They didn't live in a messy house. They was cleanliness. Because, you know, they say cleanliness is next to godliness. They brutally outspanned it. It was women's in the Bible that was beautiful. They was very beautiful. And that's why I say women's got to keep their maintenance up. We got to keep ourselves up. And if we don't keep ourselves up, we're lacking. We was meant to keep ourselves up. We was meant to take care of ourselves. We was meant to take care of our home, take care of our children, take care of ourselves. But in order to take care of ourselves, we got to get out of this mindset of that sexual, talking about we sexualizing ourselves. No, women's in the Bible was more wisdom based. They wasn't foolish. That's why God said this in the Bible. A foolish woman will tear up her own house, but a wise woman will bring love and value, and they will value their household. See, we got to keep our maintenance up as women's. You know, we got to keep that up. We got to stop being foolish. We got to stop sexualizing things. We got to release the spirit of lust. We got to learn how to bring value back into our life. We got to learn how to keep things that's valuable into our space. See, the women's in the Bible were like Ruth. And it was another lady, Naomi, Ruth, Abraham's wife, Sarah, even though it was a foolishness of Sarah and the way. That's why God said, a foolish wife would tear up her whole household. But a wise woman would build it up and would not tear her house. We got to be wise. You know, you walk with wisdom and watch wise become with you. And them the Bible verses I like. Even though God taking me in a Leviticus right now about sexuality and morality. And what you cannot do and what you should not do. And not have sex with mothers and wives and that's the incest. And not taking the husband, you know, and the daughter-in-laws and That's called incest. That's called a violation. You know, and having sex with donkeys and having sex with men and women, that's a violation to God. That's impurity. You know, you're going against what God is telling you not to go against. We all went against what God told us not to do. We all went against it. We are not perfect. Because when I read the Bible, when he told me in Leviticus, it say, do not make a marking of your body of tattoos. But when I first started my path in spirituality, I did tattoos on my body. But I put things on my body that was meant for me. But I'm learning now that God says certain things are bad for you. But I'm like, God, I thought, but you got to go through these experiences so you can tell the world what you went through. And I feel like that's what we've been wrong at. We're doing things out of the will of God, and we're not listening to what the Lord is saying. We're just not listening. And then I get mad at my child because he don't listen, you know. And sometimes we get mad at our children when they're not listening, but God is saying, I need your attention too like this. Do you know that God is still watching us too? The same way we watching our children. God is over us. He's just a spirit. God is a spirit. But God can transform as a man. And that I know. He can manifest into a human form. But this is what I'm saying. When your house is out of order, your house is out of order because you're not putting God into your house. And sometimes when we're not putting God into our house become out of order. And I know that I said some wrong things for my son to do yesterday. And I was wrong. But I'm learning to not do that and say that again. I was in anger because I would make him go out there and hit just anybody. But I got to learn how to put ground rules in it as well. And it's okay that you got to admit your wrongs and admit the things you do. But you got to have a good relationship and a talk with your child about things. I always remember that. Be a good parent. You know, we can say we're good parents, but we still messing up. We still messing up. We are children of God, but we mess up on a day-to-day basis. We gonna sin. We gonna mess up. We may fail twice, 2 times, or 3 times. You gotta fail a lot of times in order to win. Failure is a proposition of success. That's why these billionaires and millionaires became millionaires, because they had to fail so many times in order to become greater. You're not gonna always win. You're not gonna always win. I always remember that.